everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm very excited to be doing a high-end highlight and contour video. In an older video I did a drugstore highlight and contour, so I figured it was time to do a high-end highlight and contour using two products that I've been loving. One is going to be a first impressions, and that's the Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer in the color Light. And I'm going to be contouring using the same concealer in the color Deep. And I have used this and been loving it for contouring. You get 0.3381 ounces, and the applicator is very thick, so it's easy to apply this product. Goes on smoothly, it has a nice smell. Sometimes a concealer can have a bit of a funky smell, but this one smells okay for a concealer. If you'd like to see what these products can really do, then just keep watching. Alright guys, so we're gonna start off with a clean face. So I've already done my skincare routine for the day, and the last step that I took was putting on moisturizer. So we're gonna go ahead and prime our face and slap on some eyebrows, and then we'll get to the highlight and contour portion of the video. So first I'm gonna prime my skin using the Too Faced Primed and Poreless Skin Facial Primer. And this is my favorite primer. If you saw my favorites video for summer favorites of 2016, which I will link below, and you can also click right here to watch that video to see what my favorites were. I did mention this in my favorites video, so if you want to check that out, go for it. So this is a pore minimizing primer, and I like to put it in areas where I need it, and it just feels like butter. Alright guys, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do just a quick brow, and since it's still warm out and I'm just partial to this new product because it's waterproof and it's also just one of my favorite brow products for now. And this was also in my favorites video for summer favorites, and it's the Knicks Eyebrow Gel. I'll be using the color Chocolate. So you can either put this on the back of your hand or use a makeup palette. The only reason why I say you might want to do it on a palette is because it is waterproof, so if you do put it on the back of your hand, it's going to be hard to get off. So I'm just going to go in with a spoolie. I'm going to be using the Sephora Angle Liner Brush to apply the chocolate color and just fill in my brows. When I'm having a conversation with someone and they happen to be having a conversation with me while I'm doing my makeup, during everything else I can concentrate and talk, but it's like when I'm doing my brows, I can't talk to anyone because I'm concentrating. You know I'm right. So you just really want to carve out the shape first, and then you can go in and fill in those sparse areas. And then just run the spoolie through it to blend the colors. So we're gonna keep going with the other side. The other mirror was not my friend. If you're just starting to contour and highlight, or if you just want the cheaper option, you'll see in that video that I used all drugstore products to create a contour look. So if you're interested in watching that, I'll link it below. So to make my brows look a little bit cleaner, I'm gonna go in using the Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer, and this is in the color 1.0. And we're going to use that just to outline the brows and clean them up. And I'm going to use a basic concealer brush by Sephora. I like to use the lid to blot the excess so I can still use it. So before I start my review and tutorial using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, I'm going to go in and color correct the redness that I have. So to go in and correct, I'm going to use my favorite corrective concealer palette, which is by Jane Iredale. So as you can see, it's been used pretty heavily, especially by the all-purpose concealer right here, which I love for every day. But I'm going to go in to neutralize any redness that I have using the yellow toned corrective concealer. So next, I'm going to coat my face with one of my favorite foundation. So I'm going to be using the Double Duty Beauty Quickie Blending Sponge by Tarte. I'm going to dip into the color Light, which I picked up from the Shape Tape Contour Concealer collection. So I just checked on Ulta and they updated, added more shades, and they're all available right now. When I first tried to get this product, it was completely sold out. I just picked this color. I didn't test it at the stores. I just ordered it online in the shade Light. So I'm hoping that it's not too light. If it is, well, we're going into the winter and I tend to be a lot more pale. Seems to be pretty light, but I'm going for more of a high glam look today, so. So I really love the consistency. It's really creamy. It's almost, the consistency is pretty similar to the Kat Von D concealer cream. So what I'm doing now is I'm highlighting and creating a triangle. I'm just creating a really intense wing because I'm going for a really intense highlight. So what we're gonna do next is just make like a tree, or what looks like the NBC logo. Now it looks like a turkey. And we're just gonna come down just in the very middle of the nose. And I'm just gonna apply a little bit on the cupid's bow, where I may have dark areas, and then below the areas where we're gonna contour. All right, so we're gonna use a sponge and we're just gonna go in with the lightest shade first, blend that out. And again, you can apply the darker shade at the same time before you blend anything out, but this is just a step that I like to take using these products. So I really do love this sponge. It's unlike any other sponge that I have. I have a Real Techniques sponge and a BH Cosmetics sponge. And I do love the Real Techniques sponge because it has a flat edge that you can use to apply powder. I like to use the tip of this sponge. It works really great in getting into the inner corner of the eye. I'm really impressed by this sponge. Alright guys, so we're gonna go in with the shade Deep from the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. As I extend the deeper color down the cheekbone, I'll just make the line less thick. So a trick that I like to use in contouring my nose is putting the darkest shade, and to lift the tip, you just apply it to the very tip of the nose. And then I'm also gonna go down the sides. And I'm gonna go on the forehead. So I'm gonna cover up my 5 head. And then I'm gonna go along my jawline. And we're all done. Just kidding. All right, so we're gonna go in with the Quickie Blending Sponge again. And I'm just gonna go in at the hairline. So you're just gonna beat that face. And I'm just now realizing I probably put too much of this contour color on my nose. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the lighter shade and just go down the bridge so those colors can blend. I'm just gonna take a very small amount. So to go the extra mile, I'm just going to take an e.l.f. small stippling brush and I'm just going to go in and blend out whatever other harsh lines there are. And then with a bigger brush, I'm going to go in all over and just blend out that contour shade a little bit more. So I've been really loving this combo for doing a more dramatic look, you guys, and I give the Tarte company 5 stars. I really do love these concealers and the sponge. Both glorious. So to top off our high-end contour and highlight, I'm going to go in with the Lorac Pro Contour Palette, which has beige and yellow highlights and light, medium, and deep contour colors. And I find that the medium and deep contour colors are really deep, really dark. So I tend to use the medium shade, which is right here. And I'm just gonna blend in a little bit of the deep color. And I'm gonna use the Carity F21 brush. And I'm just gonna dip into a little bit of product, tap the excess because it's very pigmented. And I'm just gonna go in. Hollows of the cheeks are already really carved out, so we're just gonna go in at the base and just intensify it. So before my concealer creases, I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier Loose Setting Powder, which was also in my favorites video in the color Translucent. And I'm just going to tap some product in there. So I'm going to get some in my lid. And I'm going to use the flat end of the sponge and just spritz it a couple times. And then I'm going to dip into my powder. And I'm going to set my under eyes. And just lightly press with product. Don't smear, just lightly press that loose powder into the concealer. And under these bright lights, I'm just gonna let that fade. So while we're doing that, I'm just gonna fill in the crease with a couple of colors and put some mascara on, and then we will dust it off and I'll show you the final look. So I'm gonna chisel out my crease using the Lorac Pro palette. And I'm gonna go into the medium contour shade. Alright, so we're just going to dust off the powder. So this is the final look for the high-end highlight and contour video using the Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealers and I give them a 5 stars. They apply beautifully, they blend out wonderful, and the colors are perfect for me. The deep is very dark, it gives you a way more dramatic look, and the light color just makes your highlight pop, especially after putting on the Laura Mercier powder. So if you're wondering what's on my lips, I did pencil in using the NYX lip liner in brown. So I outlined my lips with that, and then I went in with the NYX Liquid Suede lipstick in the color Brooklyn Thorn. So this is the final look. I give Tarte a huge thumbs up. I would suggest this product to any of you that are looking to spend a little bit more money and you want something a little more high-end, and you're gonna get a lot for your money. So each of these products retail for $24, and you get a total of 0.3381 ounces. So they're gonna last you a while, and the applicators are great, the packaging is great. I can't say any more good things about this. These are gonna be the 2 products I go to a lot if I wanna do a glamorous and foolproof full coverage highlight and contour. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video and comment below. If you have any suggestions on products that you'd like me to review or any tutorials that you'd like to see for the future, then just comment below. Thank you guys for watching, stay gorgeous, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
you.